Well, honey, we arrive. I just say, all right, well, if we can't get a table, then we'll just get it to go. We'll eat it, while watching Kimmel at home. So we ended up getting a table, which was nice. Thank you, sir. And as we're walking over, and the place, it's more like a happening scene than a restaurant. It really is not a restaurant, but the food was excellent. This man comes over to me that I do not recognize, and I had no backup. And my, my nephew's 25. He's into girls, his work, his paper, or whatever. Oh. Anyway, and Aunt Wendy, yeah, it's Aunt Wendy. But he's not, like, looking for, Aunt Wendy. Who's that man talking to you? Do you need... Right? So here we go. Here we go, Norman. So he says, hi, Wendy, you know who I am? And he wasn't bad looking. He had curly hair. He was a black man with brown skin. I don't know whether it was a process or not, but it looked fine. He had curly hair. He had, chain swinging. I still am about that life. I like a man in a suit. I like a grown man like my age or a little older, in a suit and everything, a little cat daddy salt and pepper, but I'm still about that life. When the chain is swinging and the diamonds are going, I'm like... And then you see an important watch and stuff. Yes, fine, I'm 54 going on 14. And he's taller than me, and so my nephew's standing there, and we're not, the guy's about to take us upstairs to eat. He's like, you know who I am? And he smiles, a cute smile. I said, no. And I'm with my nephew, like I'm not in effect mode. I'm trying to get something to eat, but I'll be back around maybe next week. And And so the man was about to escort us, so I grabbed my nephew by the forearm because he's looking around because the girls are beautiful, right? He's looking around. I squeezed his forearm because now the man is like, you don't know who I am? I said, no. Did I meet you someplace? He said, you know me. I said, who are you? And I'm squeezing the life out of Travis's forearm. Like, pay attention. I might get my wig snatched. I don't know what's about to happen. And he tells me, I am Mr. Papers.
You're kidding!
Honey, child, do you remember us talking about Papers just last week? We were talking about little Kim, that's Papers' baby's father. James was at home. I'm sorry, it was just some Mediterranean food. I figured I could just hop, skip my way. Travis knew nothing. He's busy looking at the girls. I'm squeezing the life out of him, and I got Papers in my face. I said to him, no lie, I said, are you mad at me? And he said, no, you do what you do, and you do it so well. We love you. That was just a thing. Oh, man. Mr. Papers! No! And this is what I said about him, Papers. Sometimes I take it back, and thank you for understanding the show and my foolishness in the way it's delivered, Papers. You are a gentleman and a scholar, but this is what I said about him last week, because I don't know Papers.
Right.
Except that Kim was getting her mansion foreclosed in Jersey for a little over $2 million. And I'm like, well, her baby's father's name is Papers.
Right.
Kim's had this house since longer than she known Papers. Kim's had this house since Biggie times. You would think that if your baby's father's name is Papers, that she wouldn't be getting foreclosed for $2 million. And then I said, no. Because then I said, well, maybe she's not with Papers anymore, and her house is not his responsibility. Only royalty reign is his responsibility.
Right.
So I don't know what their relationship is, but I said, good luck to both of you. And that was it. But yo, and he was standing there by himself. And then, next thing you know, this cool white boy came up to him. and like, you know, I guess that was his bro for the night or whatever, you know, they having, I was like, Papers, I gotta go. So I grabbed my nephew, like, just come on. I was like, that was Papers, he's really cool. So we get upstairs, and then Papers comes upstairs, and he's sitting and he's eating. He said, I'm gonna be upstairs to eat too. I was like, okay. But I didn't want a relationship, like I didn't want to forge, you know, anything to ruin Hot Topics. You know what you know how I feel about the celebrities. You stick and you move. You don't hang around with them, because otherwise that ruins my Hot Topics delivery for you. Yeah. Turns out, the boy that he was with was not a boy, he's a young man, Cyndi Lauper's son. Well, I didn't know that either, because right after I turned from Papers and we're trying to scurry up the steps, the boy goes, my mother, he goes, hi, Wendy, my mother loves you. And I'm like, oh God, oh God, oh God, who is this? And he's with Papers. So he goes, my mom, Cyndi Lauper. I was like, oh, I love your mother. Yeah. So anyway, we had fun last night, and I'm here now to live to tell the story.